Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, friends. How are you doing? Hi, Pete and Shadow. Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, no, honestly, Pete, you don't have to apologize for any of that. My birthday is not until March, and also you don't have to do anything for it anyway. Yeah, it's okay. I hope everything's going well. I hope you're having a better day today. And, you know, we're always here if you need a chance to chat and unload about what's been going on. But I feel you. Mental health struggles are real, and it's important for you to just take time for yourself and use your coping strategies and just ride it out. Because, you know, sometimes there's a blip in the mental health road, and sometimes you just gotta ride through it. But you know what? We're here for you, and I'm glad you're here today. So, yeah. Oh, a bit of a sore throat, yeah. I'm sure this weather is not helping with that. I'm doing well. I'm a little nervous because we're gonna attempt to knit today. And if last Tuesday is any indication, so on Tuesday we finished our miniature, which is actually over here. So we finished the miniature kit. Okay, I can turn the light on so you can see that. So that happened, which is awesome. And then we spent 45 minutes learning how to cast on knitting, despite the fact that this pattern says that this shit's only supposed to take 2 hours. Yeah? It says right here, approximate time is 2 hours. It took us 45 minutes to do this. So I am not very confident that we are going to achieve the 2 hours. If we do, that'll be like a goddamn miracle. You know, we're praying to all the craft gods that this actually helps. But yeah, my throat's been a little bit sore too, actually. But again, I think it's because, one, I'm really bad at keeping myself hydrated. And two, it's been so freaking cold that it just, I don't know, man. But yeah, how are you guys? I was doing really well until I sat down in this moment because I remembered that I was knitting and I remembered I don't know how to knit. So we need to figure that out. But leading up to this point, I've had a very successfully productive day, which is good. So that gave me some confidence. And it's all downhill from here, you guys. Okay. Oh yes, we need to be able to take notes. Do I have sticky pad? I think I have some kind of... Apparently, we need to take notes while we're working. So we know where we are at all times. I have so many journals that I have not used. So we will make these our sticky notes. I think this was actually a present from last year. So this will be our sticky note. Have I written anything in here yet? Oh, I did. A little bit. Mostly about the pegboards that are now here. Okay. Let's flip the page. We have our notebook for the apparent notes we must take. And then... Okay, so we have now casted, hopefully, successfully, which we needed to do 24 times, so we've done that. That is this, apparently. And now we need to purl. So we're not even knitting right now, we are purling right now. Okay, you know what? Yesterday, we watched a video on the YouTubes about how to cast on, so I think we need to watch another video. Maybe, I'm assuming that the nice lady who helped us learn how to cast on will also help us knit and purl. Also, our new friend Fergal on Tuesday taught us a trick for knitting. So to do a knit stitch, you must stab it, strangle it, scoop out its guts, and toss it off a cliff. So we'll do that. But I'm assuming purling is slightly different, so. How to purl. Stitch knitting. I wonder if this is the same lady from last time. Let's find out. At the moment, honestly, same. Same. Oh. Why did it want to go all the way to the beginning? Introduction. Please introduce. Okay. Okay.
The knit stitch and purl stitch are the building blocks of knitting. When you master these two stitches, you'll be able to knit a whole world of beautiful stitch patterns.
Hopefully.
Like stockinette stitch, seed stitch, ribbing, and more.
No.
In this video, I'll do a demo of how to knit a purl stitch.
Okay.
And then I'll go through the anatomy of the purl stitch and how it's opposite to and yet the same as the knit stitch. Intriguing? Yeah. So make sure to stick
Intriguing? No. Confusing. Okay. We're learning, friends.
I've got some stitches cast onto my left needle, and my right needle is just a bare naked needle. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is take my right needle and go into.
So let's arrange so it looks like what it does in the video. So like this. Okay. I'm hoping people just redeem all sorts of nonsense today so that we don't have to do this. We will do it. It'll be great. It's for Shadow and we love him very much. But I'm sure this is going to be thrilling content for all parties involved. Okay.
First stitch from the top to the bottom. Okay, so I'm pushing in the needle from the top to the bottom. Okay, now I'm going to take the yarn and I'm going to throw it over my right needle. So the yarn should always be in front of the needle. All right.
This might not be long enough.
And wrap it around the right needle from the back to the front, just like that. Okay. So
yeah, I don't know if this is going to be long enough. Should we fuck this up?
And I'm going to take it and wrap it from the back to the front around the right needle. Then I'm going to kind of push my needle through.
We'll listen and find out.
Grab the loop that I just made and then drop it off the needle. Okay, now at this point, this yarn, the tail end of your cast on, may start to ride up, which is annoying. So I'm just going to grab it and pull down so it's nice and secure. And then
okay, I think we're using the working needle, so it's fine.
Stitch. Okay, so let's
fuck
do
that
again.
one.
I'm going to take my right needle and push it into the second stitch from the top to the bottom. Okay, then I'm going to make sure my yarn is up front. Okay, in front of the needle. So I don't want it to be back here.
Did I just accidentally uncast?
Over the needle. Okay, so you can just
Hang
throw
on.
it over the needle.
Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Shit. Okay. We done fucked up, you guys. Let's see if we remember how to cast on. Okay. We have cast it on the 24. Oh no, right? Honestly, Pete, there's going to be a lot of that today. I hold no expectations. Okay, let's do this again.
All right, then I'm going to take my working yarn, which is in front of the needle, and wrap it around my right needle from the back to the front, just like that. And now I'm going to kind of twist my needle, and you can see.
Let's start from the beginning.
I've got some stitches cast onto my left needle, and my right needle is just a bare naked needle. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is take my right needle and go into this first stitch from the top to the bottom. Okay, so I'm pushing in the needle from the top to the bottom. Okay?
Okay.
Now I'm going to take the yarn and I'm going to throw it over my right needle.
Okay.
So the yarn should always be in front
Okay.
Now I'm going to take the yarn and wrap it around the right needle from the back to the front, just like that. Okay, so I'll do it again. The yarn is in front of the needle, and I'm going to take it and wrap it from the back to the front around the right needle.
Okay.
Then I'm going to kind of push my needle through and grab the loop that I just made, and then drop it off the needle. Okay, now at this point, this yarn, the tail end of your cast on, may start to ride up, which is annoying. So I'm
Nope.
just gonna
Nope.
grab it and
What?
pull it so it's nice and secure. And
Hi, Aurora. We are riding the struggle bus today. As per 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so we obviously did something. I don't know what we did. We're learning how to purl. Now I think I fucked this up again. Okay, now we've... God damn it, you guys. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So now we need to cast on again because we forgot or we fucked it up. Okay, at least we know how to do this part. So that's cool. But now it seems like we've turned everything around. And so now I'm confused and things are backwards, which is kind of annoying. Because it seems like... Gently, yeah, okay. So we have cast it on, but it does not want us to knit first. It wants us to purl. So the working needle is the one with no stitches. Okay. And then the working yarn is the one which is connected to the last stitch worked on and the ball of yarn. Okay. We will get this eventually, guys. Again, that's why this isn't going to take 2 hours. It's going to take a million years.
push my needle through the neck.
Does she explain it better? Maybe we have to watch the whole video.
Pull it off. Okay? So we're making sure that our yarn is in front of the needle, so it's not back here, right? Where we normally have it when we knit. The yarn is up front like this, okay? So this is a thing you can remember. With the yarn, you can just move it back and forth and back and forth.
Okay.
So your yarn should be up front. Okay. Next, we're going to use our right needle. Go into the next stitch from the top to the bottom of the stitch. Okay, so we're not going in like this.
Right.
When we knit, we normally go in like this. So we're not doing
Don't tell me knit things. I don't know what that means yet. Okay.
From the top to the bottom.
Okay.
And the yarn is in front. We're going to wrap our yarn from the back to the front.
Yes.
Okay, so we're not going from the front to the back.
Yes, okay.
Going in from the back to the front.
Back to the
okay?
front.
And then we're going to grab that loop that we've just made through the stitch.
Okay.
And then drop it off of the needle.
Okay. Okay. That kind... Okay. Possibly. Maybe. It's like different angles. Things maybe clicked this time.
Make sure my yarn is up front.
Okay.
Needle.
It's gonna be a lot of me reassuring myself, guys.
And wrap it around the right.
Let's...
Intriguing? Yeah. So it's just up there.
Okay.
Needle. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is take my right needle and go into this first stitch from the top to the bottom. Okay, so I'm pushing in the needle from the top to the bottom.
Okay.
Now I'm going to take the yarn and I'm going to throw it over my right needle. So the yarn should always be in front of the needle.
Okay.
All right. Now I'm going to take the yarn and wrap it around the right needle from the back to the front, just like that. Okay, so I'll do it again. The yarn is in front of the needle, and I'm going to take it and wrap it from the back to the front around the right needle.
Like this.
Then I'm gonna kind of push my needle through and grab the loop.
Grab
that
the
I just
loop.
made, and then drop it off the needle. Okay, now at this point, this yarn, the tail end of your
And then
cast on may start to ride
drop
off, which is annoying.
this
So
off
I
the
just
needle.
grab it and pull down so it's nice and secure.
Nope.
And then pull the working yarn just to tighten up our first purl stitch.
Maybe?
Okay, so let's do that again. I'm gonna take my right needle and push it into the second stitch from the top to the bottom.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna make sure my yarn is up front.
Yes.
In front of the needle. So I don't want it to be back here. Okay, I want it to be
Okay.
over the needle. Okay, so you can just throw it over the needle like this. Alright, then I'm gonna take my working yarn, which is in front of the needle,
Okay.
and wrap it around my right needle from the back to the front, just
Back
like that.
to the front.
And now I'm gonna kind of twist my needle, and you can see this little loop.
Cool.
I'm gonna grab it, and then
Oh,
drop
maybe?
it off the needle. And that is my second purl stitch. Alright, let's do it again. So we're gonna take our right needle, go into
Maybe?
our stitch from the
This does
top
not
to
look
the bottom.
right. Am I dropping? Ooh, maybe. Hi!
Make sure our yarn is up front, and wrap it around the needle from the back
Yeah,
to the
we
front, like that.
don't know what the hell we're doing, so it's chaos. Things are maybe working. I still have no idea if we're doing it correctly. But I feel like we just have to go for it and see what's happening. I was saying earlier, I'm like, I had such a productive morning. I was like, adulting all over the place. And I was like, that's it. I got this. I know what I'm doing. Oh, right. I'm meant to be knitting today. Oh, right. Oh, right. Okay. So we're learning how to purl. Whether or not we're doing it correctly, it kind of looks like nothingness to me right now. But I don't know. We are figuring it out. And then no, I think I fucked that one up. Okay. This goes through like this. Let's continue. So I'm watching a video, so this is stimulating content, you guys.
By wrapping our yarn around, we're going to kind of pick it through. There we go. Push our needle in, drop it off the needle.
Yes.
Okay? And that's all there is to the purl stitch. All right, we're gonna just do this a couple times so you can get a hang of it.
Yes, please.
So we're gonna use our right needle, go into the next stitch.
Yep.
From the top to the bottom. Okay, and our yarn is in front. We're gonna
In front.
Wrap it around our needle.
Wrap it around.
And then pick out that loop through the stitch here. There it is. And we're gonna pull it off. Okay? So we're making sure that our yarn is in front of the needle. So
No.
it's not
Nope.
here.
Okay. Whoops, we fucked up, guys. Maybe not. I don't know. So we've done two things. Maybe. And we're meant to go from top to bottom. Okay, maybe that's how I fucked up last time. Anyway, yes, if we end up with something different at the end, we can determine what it could be used for. Yeah, that's true. Though I feel like, all of those things are much more complicated than what we're attempting to do right now. So if by any miracle we end up getting closer to those things than a Snood, then I don't know what we're doing wrong. I think this is sort of kind of what we do. The jury's still out if this is actually what's meant to be happening. But we'll keep going and see. We are truly the epitome of the fuck around and find out. But how are you doing, Saul? How are things? How are things today? Oops. We are doing the thing. I think, to be fair, I feel like we're doing something. This feels right, even though it doesn't look like anything. We might have to start over. My favorite game, fuck around and find out, honestly. I don't know how many we did. It's okay. We will keep going. We will just continue to do the thing and hope for the best. Let's talk some positive. Let's talk some positives while I attempt to continue to do this nonsense. That doesn't look right. Maybe it is. I don't know. Oh, so there's a nice tribute. Oh, okay. Yeah. Aw. No, I think that's nice. I think the fact that you saw a tribute to somebody that meant something to you is very nice. I would call that a positive. I couldn't tell what type of fighting they did. I assumed by the belts and stuff it was something, but I didn't know if they were a wrestler or if they were something else, like an MMA fighter or something like that. So I think that's really nice. I think I'm counting that as a positive. This is looking like something. I don't know if it's looking like what it's supposed to look like, but it looks like something. And we're just gonna keep doing it. Keep doing the thing. I think as long as this wraps around and then we pull this and do that and then pop this off. In some iterations, this seems tighter than others. So again, still not entirely sure if we're doing this correctly. We might have to start again, but put on a tribute match. Wow. Oh, no way. That's amazing. Yeah, this looks wonky. It's fine. We will keep going. I also don't know if I'm pulling on this too much or what. Maybe this is... Okay. There's not enough, like, tightness, enough tension. Maybe. Yeah, that's amazing. And then we scoop that. And then we pop this off. Right? Yes. No, that's really cool. Did I pop this one off? I can't remember if this is the one we're popping off or not. How many have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So I think this needs to come off. No, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. Let's just put that back on here. It's one of those where I have no idea if I've mucked it up until I actively see the whole row and we can see if it looks like anything. No, I think this one did need to come off. Okay. This looks like nothing. But yeah. No, I think that's really good. Were they like local? Was that sort of like they were not, I don't know, like just UK based, or were they like, I know nothing of like boxing, wrestling to kind of know the context of like what leagues there are. Oop, that came off. That wasn't supposed to. Okay. How do people do shit like this without having the whole thing fall off? This is what I would like to know. Because I just feel like this is just coming apart. Oh, they're American. Oh, okay. Oh, that's amazing. That's really a shame that, like, again, it's a shame if anyone passes away in such horrific circumstances, but somebody whose craft you enjoyed so much. It also doesn't, okay, there we go. So that's through there. That, like that. And then like this. And then you pull off the stitch. I feel like I am doing it correctly. I think it looks like trash, but I do think the actual thing we are doing is correct, so. Oh, really? Oh, wow. That's amazing that they were able to do that. Because obviously, especially in America, right? Like in the States, medical fees and stuff are absolutely, like the medical debt that they will have to endure is probably exponential. So that's amazing that they were able to do that for them. See, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be pulling on in order to make this more taut. I don't know. But whatever. We're just going to keep going. Shadow might be like too embarrassed to wear this. It might be so bad that he will be like, Mom, all the doggies are going to make fun of me if I wear this out in public. He has no, I could see Shadow not having any particular loyalty to me in this regard. Yeah. He was not happy with that. He was good though, because we went for a walk for over an hour today. And so that was a result of us once we came home and then did the like post-walkie playtime that we always do. This doesn't look right at all. But yeah, so then he was laying down and I thought it was really funny because those are his 3 favorite toys that he always grabs for when we have playtime. So the rope ball is like #1 absolute most favorite toy of all time. And then the like stick one, I don't know, we used to only ever play with that one outside. But now, well, we have an outdoor one and we have an indoor one. And so he's been playing with that one more. And then the Christmas sprout that he got, the reason I got it for him is because he had a pig that he was obsessed with that made like a pig sound. But when his friend Mitch came over, Mitch sort of chewed a hole in it so it doesn't really make the squeaking sound as much anymore. And so I picked up this sprout because it made the same noise, and I think he actually likes it more because it's bigger, it's easier for him to grab onto. So yeah, those are Shadow. Those are a few of Shadow's favorite things. I wonder if you can tighten these after the fact. Ooh. But yeah, it was interesting because we went for, again, like this really long walk because I knew I had an appointment today, and so I knew I'd have to leave him. So I was like, well, I'm going to try to tire him out so he doesn't protest as much as he has been lately when I try to go. Though he's better about me leaving when I'm like leaving to walk somewhere. I think it's like, so when I leave out the front and I'm walking, he seems to not be as like upset about it versus when I try to leave out to like go to the car, then I think he's like, holy shit, you're actually leaving. Whereas I think maybe he's smart enough to be like, oh, mom can't go very far on foot. So that's what I'm assuming his logic is. But yeah, why is this so loose here? How does one tighten this? I don't know. But yeah, so we did that, and it's interesting because I found this like small park, that is near, like, is where this large walk we go on now. It's near there. And so it's all enclosed. And the last few times I haven't let him off the lead while we're in there because it just doesn't, I don't know, like I'm not aware of the space, and I felt like I needed to sort of go there a few times to sort of know what's going on. What's happening here? This looks a little twisted. Is this meant to be over here too? I can't tell. Yeah, and so, but today I was like, oh, like, you know, we've gone in here a few times. It is a bit more enclosed. Like, it is enclosed. I know he's not gonna... Yeah, this doesn't look right. Does that look right? No, that doesn't look right either. Ah, these are slipping off. Sorry. Ultimate focus. I don't know what I'm doing. No, I do think this is meant to be up here. Okay. So, yes, I was like, I'm gonna let him off lead when we get into this field. We've been here a few times. Like, let's do that. And then, I shit you not, like, literally as soon as we get into this field, I see 3 foxes. Which is funny, because I was like, oh, like, you know, it's not... I don't know, it just seemed like a rarity, even though it makes sense they're in the area. So, safe to say he didn't get let off, because I was like, you are gonna go and chase those, and we can't have you chasing the foxes. Because as much as I feel like this is an enclosed space, he's a skinny dude, and I feel like if he really wants to go after... And it's not to attack them. I genuinely think he wants to play with them, and I'm like, those are not domesticated doggos for you to play with, Shadow. That's not an option. So, maybe next time. Maybe next time. I also appreciate the vote of confidence, Saul, that we will figure this out. Because as of right now, I am unconvinced. And then once we purl this row, I guess we need to learn how to knit it, right? This looks like trash. Whoops. This is the loop stitch. So now what? Maybe the video will tell me. What do I do when I get to the end of the line?
We go in like this. So we're not doing a knitting position. We're going into our stitch. Pull the loop through the
I do think I did it correctly. Mine just looks like trash.
Make sure that the yarn is in front of the right needle. It's not.
Hello, I'm gonna ask you a question. It's a challenge. Can you name me 20 actresses? Scooby-Doo. 20? Okay. Jennifer Lawrence, Kristen Dunst, Jennifer Aniston, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Rachel Lee Cook, Rosario Dawson, Tara Reid, Hilary Duff, Lindsay Lohan, Michelle Trachtenberg, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Reese Witherspoon, Laura Dern, Florence Pugh, Emma Watson. That's 15. Kristen Bell, Anna Kendrick, Brittany Snow, Rebel Wilson, and Natalie Portman. Boom! Okay. Yeet it. What do you... is that... Yeah, what do I do when I get to the end? Yeet it. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Yarn to the front of the needle. Okay. Yeah, back to front. Yeah. Yeah, so now you confuse me. Okay. Do I win something, Scooby-Doo?
And that is a quill stitch.
I don't want to... Okay. So what do I do when I reach the end of the line?
Are pearls. Knits and pearls are two sides of the same coin. Or to give a better analogy, they're like the Roman god Janus, who has two faces that...
Now we're getting philosophical. I assume I just do the same thing. Despite the fact that this is a loop. That's gotta be a thing, right? Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I do my best. I need to prep myself, especially for this Sunday where I'm participating in Saul's quiz. So, you know, it's good to ask me random trivia questions like that. This looks... To be fair, the first few look all right. These ones just kind of look like ass. So, the problem, I think, is when these don't become very tight. And then they sort of look a bit... frumpy. So I'm like, I don't know, I'm kind of tempted to start over just because I'm confused. Or I just want to make sure that I've like not fully messed this up. So now we need to learn how to knit, which it seems like this knitting is the opposite side to purling. So maybe we try, because I'm just wondering, because I'm meant to try to find a stitch out of all of these, and I don't know if that's going to happen. So let's try this. Okay, so we know how to cast on. We now know how, well, I say we know how to do these things. We are amateur hour at these things. Casting on and the purl stitch. So now we will attempt to learn the knit stitch. And once we do all three of those things, if this looks like absolute ass, we will start again with the newfound skills that we have. Sound good? Okay. Okay, how to knit stitch now. How to knit stitch. No, that's not stitch. I don't want to not stitch. Well, I do want to not stitch, but that's not what I mean. Okay, this looks like the same person, so this will be helpful. Continuity. Hello, Davina. Teach me the things.
The backbone of knitting, super essential, and we'll go through it step by step.
Okay.
Real quick, let's talk beginner materials.
No.
So, easier to hold. I'll throw a link to this rag that grips the yarn and makes it stitches on one needle, and you should have another needle that just has nothing on it. Just
Yes.
a bare needle. Okay, so I've casted on 16 stitches for this practice, and if this is your first time knitting, I recommend that you just cast on a couple, like 10, 12, 15 stitches.
BRB, no problem, Pete.
Okay? Don't try and knit a scarf your first time around. That's putting a lot of pressure on.
Did you hear that? She said, do not attempt to knit a scarf your first time around. That is putting a lot of pressure on you. Well, shit. That is exactly what we are attempting to do right now. It's fine, though. It's fine. It's fine, Davina. I'll show you what.
So just take this time to practice.
Take this time.
To knitting.
Okay.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold the needle with my cast-on stitches in my left hand, and with my right hand I'm gonna hold the bare needle. Okay. And this is the configuration that you will always have when you're knitting. Okay. So the cast-on stitches go.
See, what I don't understand is it seems like all of the tutorials are like cast on then knit. So why is it that this pattern is cast on and then purl? I feel like it's just like throwing a curveball, even though this is trying to tell me that this is like an amateur thing. I think, unless this is just like wonky British knitting, I don't know.
In your left hand.
Okay.
Your left hand carries the knitting, and your right hand carries the bare needle.
Okay.
All right. So let's get started.
Yes.
I'm going to take my left needle and go into this first stitch, okay? This first loop here
Yes.
is a stitch.
Right, so this is backwards to purls.
All of these little loops, this one, this one, this one, this one, they're all called stitches. And
Thanks,
this is my
Davina.
first stitch. So I'm going to take my right needle and I'm going to press into
Yes.
the first stitch, okay? So you can see I'm just pushing into it, all right?
Push.
I'm going to take my yarn and go around this right needle. So I'm going to go from the back to the front, all right? Kind of counterclockwise. Back to the front.
Okay.
I'm going to push it between these two needles. And now you can see that this strand of yarn, you can kind of see it, right? Between this loop. It's right here. So I'm going to take my right needle and just kind of pick out this loop and drop it off the needle. All right? And then I'm going to just tighten it up, pull this strand of yarn, tighten it up. And this is my first knit stitch. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so let's keep on going. I'm going to take my
See, I don't get
right
dropping it off the needle. I guess that's
into
dropping it off of
this
this.
stitch. This is my second stitch.
Yeah.
Just push into it like that.
Okay.
Take my working yarn, wrap it around the right needle from the back to the front, and then I'm going to pull the strand of yarn between those two needles. And now I can see that strand of yarn here.
Yes.
Pick it out with my right needle and then drop it off. Left
And then,
needle.
okay.
That's my second stitch that I've knit, okay? And we're going to keep on doing that, all right? Push into
But see, then all of this happens. And so I don't understand why this is... Okay. Maybe we just have to try harder to make it tighter. Maybe. Let's try again. So we are going in this way, right? Like so.
the stitch.
Mm-hmm.
Take my yarn, go around the needle from the back to the front,
Yes.
pull it between these two needles,
Okay.
and then I'm going to pick out that
Pick out.
strand of yarn through, and then drop it off the needle,
And then drop it off and tighten.
do it all over again.
Comes back with tea. Ooh, what kind of tea?
So far.
Please share with the class. The class of starving knitting artists who don't really know what they're doing. See, where is this yarn supposed to live? In the front or in the back? I assume in the front. It's always meant to be in front of me. That's what I'm assuming. Okay. So then this, like this. Sorry. And then like that. And like this. And then pull tautly. Maybe. We will finish this row and we'll see. The drinking tea. Ooh, you have chai tea. That's nice. Chai tea's nice. What do I have? I have something called Glow. It's a tea called Glow by Twinings. And it's a green tea with like strawberry and cucumber and aloe. And it tastes really nice. And usually I'm not a fan of fruity teas hot. I usually like them cold. But this one's really, really nice. Oh, pinky's up. That was unintentional. I didn't mean for that to happen. I'm just naturally very proper. Just kidding. Does this look like someone who's proper? No. No, it does not. Oh, I just dropped the ball of yarn on the floor. It's cool. It's cool. Okay. Sounds nice. Ooh. Yeah, I actually have quite a few teapots. When we do our tea party on the 16th of February to celebrate our 1-year affiliate Twitch anniversary, and we have a tea party, I fully plan to like bust out my like fancy tea poots and teacups and, you know, do the thing. I'm very excited for that. I feel like, oh, no, that slipped off. It's fine. It's fine. We can just do it again. We can try it again. Each day and each craft, Tash is becoming more British. Yeah, to be fair, it's funny because I think I'm more into tea than the average British person, because most British people, at least within my immediate family, their English breakfast or bust. They have no interest in any other types of teas. And I just think that that's quite a shame, because there's so many different teas out there. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You never know if you don't go. You never shine if you don't glow. But yeah, whereas I'm like, there's so many tea options to peruse. There's a whole world of tea out there for everyone. Okay, and then, yeah, sure. It just seems like, I don't know, because the whole thing is like, oh, make sure this is pulled really tautly because you want to have like even coverage. And I'm like, that's all well and good, but I am struggling to then get the needle through these stitches. So what's that about? But I don't know, for some reason the knitting seems to make more sense than the purling for some reason, even though it's basically the same thing, just opposite. So who knows? Though you do say, P, I maybe am becoming more and more British, because I'll tell you what, I have zero tolerance for the cold. I feel like I need to hand in my like Canadian citizenship with my inability to survive this garbage cold weather lately. And like, to be fair, in my defense, Canadian cold, yes, it will be -20, -30 degrees, but it will be dry. Today, I asked the all-knowing tiny robot that lives downstairs what the weather was, and it was like, I don't know, 3 degrees going up to 6. I'm like, that's amazing. You know, that's excellent. That's not bad. It's not minus whatever. The humidity is 83%. Why is there 83% humidity in January? And that's the cold that gets into your bones. I think that's what's going on right now. Is I am suffering from the humidity and the wind, and not necessarily the cold itself. So the cold here is just not good. It is lame cold. To be fair, Canadian cold sucks too. I'm not condoning that I would prefer for it to be minus 20 degrees. Absolutely not. Yeah, see what I mean? 83%, 82% humidity. That's why we're all cold in the house, because there's just so much moisture in the air and wind. I'm also realizing too, like, because most of the houses in the UK, there's no timber framing. If anything, yeah, at least I am. It's not like, I don't know. It's just windy. It is cold. The heater's on right behind me, so I right now am not super, super cold, but I have been in the past, even just this morning. I also find too, I start out really cold when I start streaming, and then by the end, I'm usually pretty warm because I've like talked myself. I'm just full of hot air, you guys. I've let all the hot air out with my ramblings, and then that has ergo warmed me up. And yeah. That, and I think probably being surrounded by like the PC and the lights and all of that, you always forget how much heat gives down. Are you really? Yeah. Who knows? Let me see. Let me check what the actual temperature is right now. Apparently it's 7 degrees right now, so it doesn't seem that... Yeah, it's 7 degrees right now, but there's 54% humidity, according to Google. So, yeah, I don't know. It's getting up to 10 degrees next Tuesday, so it is starting to warm up. So maybe by the time... Yeah, in November. Honestly, I feel like November was pretty balmy. I feel like it was cold. It's colder now than it was in November, so I think you'll actually be fine. You might actually be too warm when you come down here, is what might happen. Now, is this just me, or is this looking like something? I don't know if it's looking like anything good, but it is looking like something. And that's truly all I can ask of it. You know? What's the training sit outside? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's true. If it is outside, then that might be a bit different. This does look like something. I'm not nearly as excited as obviously when I was making the miniature and having that come together. This is coming together, but almost like in more of a like, you know, you're trying your best and it's giving the illusion of accuracy. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is an attempt. I think it doesn't help that I have like some really loose pearls. So we might have to try to fix that later. But we're learning, guys. This is all an experience for you and for me. So again, on another positive note, went for the over an hour W with Shadow, which I think we were both thoroughly enjoyed. I think it was good for both of us. And then I had my appointment. I had my chiropractor appointment. And it's been talked about with my chiropractor. I think I've mentioned this a few times, of the possibility of me kind of working there in like a small like reception capacity, like doing cover for people, like sort of small shift stuff. And we've talked about it for a little bit. And I'm like, I am actually serious about this. I think, you know, I've not worked in a traditional work setting for going on 3 years now. And I think now I'm finally in a place where I could, but it would have to be the right place. And I always joked with Liam that if I ever were to work again, the only place I would want to work is the chiropractor office, because that's the only place that I feel safe at and like has good vibes and I know is like a good place. You know what I mean? So I very boldly submitted my CV to the chiropractor today during my appointment, which felt like a very bold step. Because I wanted to put my money where my mouth was, to be like, I am seriously thinking about this. Please consider me for this thing. So we'll see if anything comes of it. I'm still going to use the chiropractor for the chiropractor, but I also would like to be employed by the chiropractor. So we'll see what happens. But that felt very, I don't know, that's very nerve-wracking, you know what I mean? And I almost like convinced myself not to do it the other day, because I was like, well, is it really, like, I don't know. Thank you, Pete. So it was weird though, because again, I haven't updated my resume or done anything like that in over 3 years. So that was another like thing I needed to sort out. But it didn't take as long as I thought it would. It's just like I probably haven't updated my resume in the last like 5 years. Because even when I was working, the last job I had was sort of given back to me after a hiatus. So I hadn't actually formally applied for it. So yeah, so the CV was lacking. So we'll see what happens. But yeah. And then, well, actually before that, because Shadow was very gracious and didn't absolutely lose his shit as much as he normally does when I tried to leave the house. I was able to leave it a decent amount of time, so I was able to get to the post office and mail my wedding reception invites. I just pulled this off and I don't know what I did wrong. Shit, what did I do? I definitely think I fucked that up. But yeah, so hopefully that's exciting. And also, in really good news, we're gonna, let's, oh, I love it. The account was already suspended or deactivated. That's interesting. Oh, that's cool. I have a moderator? Maybe Twitch is cracking down on that. Interesting. Did I accidentally make someone a mod? I don't remember doing that. I assume it's Twitch on the back end trying to crack down on those things. But yeah, so the stitches popped off and I don't know how to fix that. So, but we learned some things. So I'm thinking what we should do is start from the very beginning. Because in the immortal words of Maria von Trapp, that's a very good place to start. Any musical theater nerds in the chat? Yeah. Because this kind of looks like it could be something, but I also think it looks bumpy and trashy. So we're going to start again and see how it goes. Because now we've learned things. Yeah. Maybe they're doing better on that. Oh wow, look how easily it comes undone. I think that's the other scary thing too, is if it slips off your needles, like you're fucked. Okay. Let's do this again with everything we've learned. So, let's take a sip for good luck. And also tie the hair back because I'm getting warm. You can tell I mean business, guys. I mean business. We're gonna get shit done. Hopefully. See, we've done the first hour. So according to the instructions, it should only take us another hour to finish this. Just kidding, obviously. Okay, so if I remember correctly, we are making this, wrapping this 24 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and adding an extra 15 centimeters to the strand, which puts us here. Hi, Nungday! Oh, maybe, you know what? We were just talking yesterday, or not yesterday, Tuesday, about how you are the right person to be assisting on this chat, on these streams. Because we're attempting to knit and we have no idea what we're doing. We have just pulled apart everything because we've now learned some stuff and we are hoping to apply what we've learned. So let's hope we remember how. So we're gonna see how it goes. We are now going, I am now prepared to demonstrate to you how to cast on. This is us hoping we remember. They are some chonky needles. They are size 12. They're 12 millimeters. We're attempting to make this kit, which apparently is only meant to take 2 hours. On Tuesday, we spent 45 minutes learning how to cast on and have just spent an hour learning how to purl and knit, and now we've taken it all apart. So by that logic, we actually should be done by now. So that's how that's going. So we are going to do the thing now. Let me remember. So. No. Listen. Can't remember. No, it is this way. It's this way. And then like this. And then it wants me to go like this. And then like this. Had today off, so I've been chilling with a friend. Ooh, do some cross stitching. Oh, no way. That's amazing. Check you out. Hang on. Where is this meant to live? Hang on. We've already confused ourselves. That's awesome. What cross stitch are you working on right now? Okay. Let me remember how to do this. So like that. And then this is coming up from behind or from the front. We need to watch the video again, just to refresh our brains. I know I said I retained the knowledge, but clearly that was a lie. So, if you get to... Oh, that's incredible. Is your Tira cosplay, is that the one where you're doing, like, the big feather corset? Okay, how to cast on. Oh, I love it. We've been watching the same lady this whole time. Davina has been teaching us how to knit. All the feathers. That's awesome. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, we know how to do that. How is that cosplay coming along, by the way?
And just, put it down on that stick. And I'm going to grab it with my 4 fingers, kind of like I'm making like a...
Yep.
Okay, so I'll show you that again. Left hand underneath the strand of yarn. Grab it. Thumb goes behind.
Behind.
Strand
Yep.
of yarn. And we're going to twist. All right, just like that. So let's do that into the loop on
Yes.
my thumb. Cool.
Very pink. Is that who this is?
This
I don't know who
yarn
this is.
that's attached to the ball of yarn, it wants to get some action too, right? It's been kind of left out of this game. So we're going to take that strand of yarn,
Okay.
wrap it around our needle.
Yes.
Okay, so from the back to the front. Okay, and then I'm going to take this loop on my thumb and bring it over the needle and then drop everything, let it all go, take the strand of yarn in the front, pull it down. All right.
Okay, we take the strand in the front and pull it down. Okie dokie. Okay, so I think we were doing it correctly. I think I was just getting confused. What else is new? Okay. From behind. Then this. And then this. And then this. And then pull with this one. Haha. There we go. Okay. 27 more times. This and this. Huh. And then this. And this. Drop everything and pull. Keep going. See, guys, I knew we'd get back to this again. We would. Words are hard. We'd get there in the end. Just took a minute. Progress breaks in Discord. Excellent. Let me see. I want to see all of Nungdae's progress on her magical cosplay. Do. What do you call them? Feathers. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Excuse me. Look at those feathers. They're so intricately detailed. You're so talented. Like, honestly. Honestly. Next level, you guys. This is the cross stitch you're working on. Ooh. That looks very intricate. How big is this gonna be? Wow. 21 by 23 inches. Hoo-wee! Wow. That's gonna be massive, but it's gonna look really, really good when it's done. You're doing it in 32. Okay, so that'll bring down the size a little bit. From behind, kiss and through. And then like this, drop and pull. Yeah, definitely. It's still going to be a massive undertaking, but yes, it will be smaller than the prescribed. So that's nice. There we go. This is already, I'm feeling much better, guys. This, cause we're pulling, we know what thing we're pulling on. This already looks so much neater than the first time we tried it. So I think it was a good idea starting again. Even though we know it's gonna take a million years. But it's fine. $23 by 17. Okay, yeah. So this is 12 here. So I assume 17 like there, and then by 20. It's probably like kind of the size of the craft mat, a little bit. Like obviously not as big, but that's a good size. Okay, pulling this one. And then this, and behind, and the this, and the this, and the loop, and the drop, and the pull. Fabulous. Fabulous. Check us out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 down. Okay. sure that doesn't get twisted. Cool. This actually, okay guys, now I'm getting excited because before I was like, I have no idea what's going on. But now, again, this is why Davina, the nice lady on the internet, told us what to do. And she told us to practice before we start making a scarf because that's a very big project to undertake, allegedly. So that's why we took it all apart and we're starting again. And I'm glad that we did because now I think things are getting better. Hopefully. Oh, I say that. Okay. But I'm going to be streaming more once a day. So oh, that's awesome. Oh, really? Oh, I guess that makes sense because it's TwitchCon. Yeah. Oh, that's really cool. So you have to show yourself streaming a minimum number of hours, creating the cosplay to then be eligible. That makes a lot of sense. That's really cool, though. Because I'm sure, like, because I think you've made a lot of progress. But again, like, I'm sure there's probably tons of work that goes into it. So I'm sure there's still tons more to do. Ooh. There we go. See, we even saved that one. Loads more. How many hours do you think you've already stuck in, like you've already put into it? I'm sure tons. I'm sure the answer is hella hours. Boots, gloves, and accessories. Oh, okay, yeah. Are you making those as well? Or do you have like a base of like a baseline boot that you're buying? No idea. Yeah, you're like, officially lost track. Lost count. No idea. Yeah. That's how I feel too about a lot of things. Oh, they have embroidery too. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, so even if you did have like a boot that you got, you then have to add the embroidery embellishments to that as well, right? That's awesome. I'm so excited for you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I guess what we need to do is it's not so much that we need to be writing stuff down now. It's more like when we put it down, we have to know if we're in the process of doing a purl stitch or a knit stitch and how many we're doing. I think right now, because we're just getting started, it kind of doesn't matter. But once we get some bulk, then we can, we'll have to measure Shadow's noggin to see if it'll fit over it. May have the next week off as there's not much. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's a positive. You're like, oh, work's a bit slow, but that means more streaming. That's awesome. Here, speaking of which, I need to get better at this. Boo, 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 boo. I'll use it my holidays. But I'm not playing. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because is it one of those things where it's every, like your work does things every fiscal year, and so therefore you probably have some holiday that you need to use up before the end of March? No, you're getting more, because I know you already got a few teeth pulled last year. Aw, geez, Scoob. Are these wisdom teeth, or are they like impacted teeth, or just like... Yeah, I honestly, I would also feel like taking a week off would be good. Yes, 3 last year, 2 more on the other side. Ha, geez. That's always the thing too, right? Because you have the actual wisdom tooth themselves that will need to come out, and then if they like muck about an impact and like fuck up any of your other teeth, then those have to come out too. Just right at the back. Ugh. Oh no. Yeah. I feel ya. Yeah, I only ended up getting 3 of my wisdom teeth removed. My brother got all 4 removed, but I think that's because I had a bunch of teeth pulled before I got my braces, and also actually even before that because I had an overbite. So I got this, like, they call it like a bite jumper. So basically it's like this apparatus that has these hinges at the back that kind of slowly push your jaw so you don't have as much of an overbite. And so I think before they put that apparatus on me, they had to move a couple of, like, they had to get rid of some teeth. So I think because I had already had, like, previous hardware going on up in there, there was then space for one of them to come down. They numb me up good. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, because they must have to do that just when you go to the dentist in general if you have quite a sensitive gag reflex. Yeah, I assume that would be. What a random thing, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Ooh, Saltiest Walrus, thank you so much for the follow. So glad you guys are here. Oh, no, absolutely. Oh, really? Yeah. I know. To be fair, I actually have to book the, like, annual dentist appointment as well. They reminded me at the end of the year, and then I was just like, meh. Because to be fair, when I moved here, I think it was only last year that I finally went to the dentist, so it was like 4 years I hadn't been to the dentist. Luckily, there was no problems. Like, it's different, obviously, if you have, like, tooth pain and stuff like that. Like, you should probably go get that shit checked out. But I wasn't experiencing any, like, symptoms. So I was like, it's fine. And then when I went to the dentist, and I was convinced, like, I was convinced that they were like, like, you've been, you know, you've been neglecting your mouth. They're like, nah, things are good, just gotta floss more. And I'm like, cool. I'll just do that then. Okay, and it's so expensive. 77 pounds for, ugh. That's ridiculous. Yeah. No, not a fan. Okay. Here's a question. Do I count the loop stitch as a stitch? Like, when I'm casting on, I'm meant to cast on like 24 stitches to then start doing the thing. I assume that includes the loop, right? It's just annoying that the loop knot is up here when all of the stitches are up here. But that should be fine, right? I had 3 teeth pulled out when I was younger. Yeah. Because it depends on the experience too, right? I think it's like with any medical professionals, you know, dentists, doctors, whatever. It's like you can just have one bad experience and that just like, that's it. No bueno, right? Whether or not you didn't have enough anesthetic, you had a bad reaction to the anesthetic, you know, just all that kind of stuff. And you're like, nope, that's it, never again. It's really nice. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's really good. That's good. See, that's the kind of that's the kind of bedside manner that we want from our medical professionals, to be understanding and know that we're going through shiz, and then to give us those positive words of encouragement when we do good. That's really nice. I had a bunch of teeth pulled in my teens for having such a small mouth. Yeah, that's the other thing too, right? Sometimes teeth be massive and there's not enough space for them. Okay, so now we need to purl. So now we have to remember how to purl. And apparently... See, now I did way too much here, but that's fine. I feel like that's probably a good thing. Because last time the tail was just like acting all silly willy-nilly, and I felt like that probably wasn't a good idea. So, let's Go back to Davina and remember how to purl. Teach me your ways.
If you want to start Airbnb-ing your home and you're wondering how to get from step one to guest one,
It's an ad.
the setup will help you get started.
This is called Sheep and Stitch.
But your
Oh,
password's the same.
never mind. It's another ad.
There's no place like Chrome.
You-
Hey, I'm Davina from sheepandstitch.com.
I have no idea. I didn't know that there were differences. Thanks so much for listening. Oh, that's amazing. So are you a knitter, Saltiest Walrus? So you've been here before. I'm on the struggle bus for realsies. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. These are just, it doesn't tell me what type. It just tells me this is what's up. And continent you hold and wrap the yarn with your left hand. English style is with the right. I'm holding the the working stick with my right hand. So I'm assuming English style. It's just because I'm right-handed. I didn't know that they had different terms.
And today I'll show
Okay.
you how to do the purl stitch.
Let's learn.
It's the second most important stitch in knitting.
It's only the second most important.
Stitch patterns, like stockinette stitch, seed stitch, ribbing, and more. In this video, I'll do a demo of how to knit a purl stitch.
Okay.
And then I'll go through the anatomy of
See, this looks real good now, guys. The first time it was a mess. Now it looks a lot better. So fingers and toes crossed, the same thing happens
Make sure to stick around for that.
with this purl.
I've got some
Is it English style? Cool, cool.
left needle, and my right needle is just a bare naked needle. Okay, so what I'm gonna do first is take my right needle
Mm-hmm.
and go into this first stitch from the top to the bottom. Okay, so I'm pushing in the needle from
Yes.
the top to the bottom.
From the top to the bottom.
Now I'm gonna take the yarn and
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw it over my right needle.
Throw it
So
over.
The yarn should always be in front of the needle.
Okay.
All right. Now I'm going to take the yarn and wrap it around the right needle from the back to the front.
Mhm.
Just like that. Okay, so I'll do it again. The yarn is in front of the needle.
And then if I remember correctly,
Wrap it from the back
we
to the front,
scoop
around
and
the
push
back. Then I'm going to kind of push my needle through
and
and grab the loop that I just made and then drop it off the needle.
and then drop this
Now,
off.
At this point, this yarn, the tail end of your cast on, may start to ride up, which is annoying. So I'm just going to grab it and pull down
Okay.
so it's nice and secure.
Yes.
And then pull the working yarn just to tighten up our first purl stitch.
Ho ho! Baby! I think.
My right needle,
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, Davina. Shut up now. Thank you very much for your time and your efforts. Yes. I feel more confident. Okay. First purl done. Let us from the bottom to the top. This is from the front. Throw that shiz over. Wrap it around. And then we need to catch, push, pop this bad boy off, pull this tight. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. We are in business. I still don't understand why the loop is so loose here. But maybe that's fine. Because it's twisted in a way that I can't make this tighter. Do you know what I mean? Like this is doing this. Is there a way to fix that? Or is that just the way the cookie crumbles? You know what I mean? Or maybe that's fine and it's meant to be a bit loosey-goosey like this. Because there's only so much tightening we can do. Because I think this is all twisted. Unless we untwist it, but that maybe doesn't seem wise. Hello, cat! Reduce your tension. The more you knit, the neater it'll be. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. How are you doing? How was your weekend? We've not seen you for a hot minute. How was your mom's biopsy, if you don't mind sharing? You have been in my thoughts. Okay. Cool. So it should be fine. So we do this and up. This over here. Around. Scoop. And push off. And tighten. Been good finishing up business licenses. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that was your busy stuff, right? Yeah. How do I make you tighter? Sometimes if I have a loose stitch, just pull the yarn coming from the ball a bit. Yeah, that's what I'm attempting to do. But it still seems like it's kind of popping out a little bit. But I don't know if that's like a regular amount of poppage. You know what I mean? Like it's poking out a smidge like this. But maybe that's okay. Biopsy went well. She wasn't allowed to take pain meds this time. Oh, that sucks. They didn't find any... Oh! They didn't find any cancer in this biopsy. Just means that there's a small... Okay. Oh, so you did find a donor and they're still going to be going through with the transplant? That's amazing, because I know you guys weren't sure if the donor was going to pull out or not. So it sounds like, fingers crossed, knock on all the wood, that it's all going to be going well. Sorry, I had a meeting there. How rude, Saul. Just kidding. It's going good. We learned how to purl and knit, and then we took it all apart and started from the beginning. And now I'm much happier with my cast on. This looks much nicer than it did. So, we are now purling again and trying to make sure we get like decent tension this time. So yes, we are feeling hopeful. We have pulled things taut and we are moving forward. Yeah, she's muted on the second. Oh, that's amazing. Are you shaving your head in solidarity again or just for funsies? Because I know you were growing it out for a while. Because you've had it shaved for a minute. Okay. And then this. And this. And pull. I think that worked. No, just tired of hair. That's fair. I appreciate that. Woo. Okay. I don't know if I did this one properly. I don't know. We're gonna just keep going. My hair. Oh, really? Do you have really... I guess you have really thick hair, yeah? No, I did. You know what it was? I did fuck it up because I knitted when I should have purled. That is what happened. So we're just going to pop that bad boy back on here and pretend that didn't happen. Yeah, it's thick, wavy, curly. So we're actually meant to be going this way. There we go. But see, I figured it out and we fixed it. Champion. Again, though, this is very not taut. I don't know if it's just because... See what I mean? Like, if I try to pull this tighter, then I just get this big gap here. But maybe that's fine. I think it's just because this rope is really thick and chonky. And so it's not really sliding nicely. That's my theory. Whether or not this is true, I'm not sure yet. And now we must... Yeah, because this is all getting stuck. That is my amateur hour opinion on the matter. If we even pull this, like when we're pulling this, nothing is happening. And if we pull this, nothing is really happening either. So the only other option is to pull somewhere around here. But I also remember that this is a snood for a dog, so maybe I shouldn't be worrying so much about that. Because it's meant to be sort of like chonky. Because like if you look at the box, those are like pretty large. Well, you guys can't see. They're like pretty large stitches, aren't they? I don't know if you can really tell. So I think it should be fine. I'm just gonna not think too hard about it. Chonky Snood. Exactly. It is very chonky. So maybe it's okay if it's a little bit chonky. It's a little bit chonky. This doggy Snood. Okay. I'm planning a staycation for my birthday week. Oh, that's amazing. Trying to find stuff to do around the house. Well, if I know you, Kat, you are going to find many DIY to undertake, I am sure. I am certain you will find something. Yeah, this is very chonky and loose. But we are just going to accept it. Oh, probably, right? Mm-hmm. Taking Chris to the zoo. Oh, that's amazing. That would be nice. Because I'm sure he's also been working his butt off as well. Is my pearl off? Oh no. Have I did fucked up? Okay. How do we fix it? Is that why it's not happening? You're going mid to front. You want to go back to mid? Is it just because I'm pulling it too, like if I'm pulling it too far forward? Do you know what I mean? Like I should only be doing this here? Is that what you mean? And I'm like going too high, and then that's why I'm struggling with this, because it's like not too, like it's not close enough. Do you know what I mean? Is that what it is? Like I'm meant to be going like on the bumpy bit. Okay. Like bit to the behind of it. Right. Oh, okay. So I'm meant to be lining it up with these, right? So it's meant to be happening like there. Okay. You know what it is? Because I do think it's interesting that this wants me to purl first instead of knitting first, and all the examples are casting on and knitting first. And so, yeah. So like it should be, let's see. Let's experiment. Is it meant to be? Yeah. No, honestly, that's fair. Yeah. So is it a way to make these closer together? Damn, I thought I was crushing it. To be fair, it looks better than it did. So now the question is there a way to reverse this and stick these back onto themselves? It looks like it. So let's try again. Right? Exactly. Yes, thank you, Saul. Thank you for the confidence. So what we're going to do is we're going to reverse purl and put all these back on. And then see maybe if we can find a video that's like purling from cast. Oh, Saul. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. You know what it is? It's because Saul is usually in bright yellow in the font, and I'm used to you being a different color. So I got confused. That's so funny. Aurora, my apologies. It's because usually the text, yeah, so see, you guys are both yellow, and so that's confusing me. My bad. I just gave Saul more credit than he deserved. Okay, so we are now reverse purling. Absolutely, right? You would only be so lucky.
It's lengthening time.
Okay, yes, you are correct, Pete. We must just let me unpurl this. Oh, I think I already bugged it up. It's fine though. Okay, I think we found all of ours except for this. This one's a bit wonky. We might have to redo it. Guys, we're just gonna redo the last few. Okay. It's okay. We are learning. This is why we do this, and this is why it's gonna take more than 2 hours. Okay. First, we stretch, and then... Oh, for what? For asking me to stretch, or for me messing up my knitting? Oh. Oh, this stupid poll. Hey, man, the goal was to do all of the things eventually. So it just means that hopefully when we get... Oh, this is the ballet stretch. Yes. When we get to the actual... When we get to the other projects, it'll feel like a walk in the park because we've struggled so much with this one. Hi, Ray. Good morning. You are currently watching me self-implode in real time. Okay, we've stretched, we've stretched. Okay, let me just check to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, does she purl weird? Okay, do you guys have... Actually, Nungdae had a good recommendation for a person in terms of their tutorials, so maybe we just need to watch a different tutorial. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we need to purl a bit more. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wait, hang on. Let's count thrice so we know what we're doing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so we need to do 24. So this is 19. Okay. 19, 20, 21, 22, Yeah, no problem. I always appreciate the lurks. Love having you guys stop by. It's alright, I will just be over here continuing the struggle, so you won't miss much. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 24. Okay, the way I usually purl is by looping it from the back side, the side facing away from me to the front side until it pokes out through the middle, but you should be able to see the front half of the loop. Okay. So, looping it from the back side, the side facing away to me. So, going in from the back. Maybe I'm the weird one here. Yeah. Hey man, if we can figure this out. So, from the back. And then we're taking the working thread. And you want me to like this? So first of all, step 1, from the back, right? Let's just see if I got this correct. So if you think this way, but you want to bring the right needle over to the left. Okay. The right needle over to the left. So it sits over it. Did I fuck something up already? No. Okay. So the needle does still come to the front. This is what I need to learn, how to crochet. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like bringing the sticks together. Honestly, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see if there's a better tutorial. Lurking Recluse, I am trying to learn to purl. Any and all wisdom would be greatly appreciated. We've already watched, we watched someone, what's her name? Sheep and Stitch, teach us to purl, but it's looking a little wonky. Yes, please. Oh my goodness. Please share away, share the link, and we'll see if we know what the hell we're gonna do. Any and all support is greatly appreciated. Because like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. Is it a Sheep and Stitch link? Okay. Interesting. Okay, cool. So that's all right though. Because if it's the same one, then maybe we are on the right track. And it just needs to look different. Maybe. It might be. Hey man, I'm open to any and all support. All the help we can get. Again, we are approaching the 2-hour mark, and as you can see, we have no way completed within the 2 hours, so. Okay. Let us check. Ooh, that does look like a different one. To do a purl stitch. Yes. Yeah, that's awesome. So it's the one where she's working on white yarn, because we've been looking at the one where she's working on pink yarn, and it's not been as good. So let's do the Google. Yeah, it's weird that that's the one that's coming up for me, whereas this is a different one. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, that's fine. Absolutely. No, I'm on the Googles as well. It's just interesting to me that that tutorial isn't coming up on my phone. Interesting. This is how to do a purl stitch. Purl anatomy. How to do a purl stitch. Maybe then the different. Yay! There we go. That's the video we wanted. Okay, let us see.
So to purl, the yarn is going to be in front of the knitting instead of the knit stitch where the yarn is to the back. And we're going to do the same 4 steps as we did.
Saltiest Walrus is having their mind blown right now. Hey man, if it is still working for you, it doesn't matter how we get there. The destination is not what matters. Okay, if it's this one, is it this one here? It might not be.
So this is how to do the purl stitch. A lot of
This
people
is
are
not her.
intimidated by the purl stitch, but really it's just the mirror image of a knit stitch. So if you can knit, you can definitely purl.
I can't do
So to
either.
purl, the yarn is going to be in front of the knitting. Instead of the knit stitch where the yarn is to the back, the yarn's going to be in front. And we're going to do the same 4 steps as we did in the knit stitch, except this time in means come in from the right side of the stitch and you're coming towards you.
Okay.
Then you're going to wrap the yarn around the front needle and scoop up a loop towards the back before releasing the old stitch.
Oh, scoop it up towards the back.
Right side, wrap around the front,
Okay.
scoop up a new loop, and pop the old stitch off.
Okay, so maybe that's what we're fucking up, is we're not releasing via the back. Okay. But I have some weird quirks. Hey man. We're all learning things today. So, first we do this. And then we do that. And we go around. And then we're meant to come through the back and then pop the stitch off. And hope it doesn't fall off. Okay. And then this is in the way, but that's fine. And we're just going to assume that having this much length here is fine. Because it's going to be a chonky boy. Okay. So, in and wrap and scoop and off. Again, shit still looks chonky, but we are just gonna go with it. I think this is the thing. So this is the part that we are, lurking recruits, what we've been talking about is this gap, this hole here. But we're wondering if that's just maybe the way it's just gonna be. You know? That is just the way it is. Okay. And this way. And scoop. And off we go. Ta-da! 3 down. Many more to go. Okay. And then like that. And then like that. I think your feed yarn will tighten it a bit. Yeah. I guess as we're working, yeah. We just need to pray to the knitting gods, to the scarves, garter stitch. Oh. Cool. Yeah, this one, again, this is a doggy Snood kit that my partner got me for Christmas. It was from the grocery store, so I don't know the extent. I'm still learning. Honestly, though, guys, seriously, we are all working through this together. You know, I have yet to make anything, so you're still a million miles ahead of me. So it's all good. But yeah, so this is our pattern here. This is what we are hoping to make for my 2-year-old Lurcher Shadow. So the good thing is that he is a skinny legend. So we shouldn't have to do a lot. It's not like it's going to be a very big undertaking, but, you know, we still have to do it. We still have to do the thing. Okay. This one. And this one. And down. And out. And pull. Yeah. 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 Sorta, kinda, maybe. This is making a thing now. And I really want to make a blanket. I really want to make a blanket again now that I know some different stitches. Oh, really? Yeah, see, this is something I've not... Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I decide to undertake any more of these sorts of activities. I am majority a cross stitcher and needle felter, and again, threads, the price will add up, but probably not the same way. Do you not get like Lion Brand where you are? Ooh, I don't know. Is Lion Brand, is that a type of wool? A wool brand? Interesting. But yeah, I have never... Ah. Oh no. See, they suffer from the same things we do. The island, the living on an island with ridiculous import tax problems. Unless Lurking Recluse, unless you're in the UK. But I just find sometimes the UK and Australia, to be fair, Canada as well, there's certain things that you're like, why can't I get this? Why is this not for me? Oh no. This way. Hopefully I didn't fuck up that last one. I have to remember which direction I'm meant to be going in. I think we're still doing okay. Though I worry I might have yarned when I meant to purl here, but I think I didn't. I think it's fine. Whew, I think we're okay. Look at this! Guys, I'm purling! And it's not sucking. At least it appears to me like it's not. Who knows? Time will tell. It's still early days. Okay. Well, this is funky. These are funky tunes. But yeah, so basically what's happened is for the month of... Oh, wow. My partner took up knitting. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. My mom is a quilter. And she's part of a quilt guild, and a lot of times they will make charity quilts as well. That'll usually go to like women's shelters or to hospitals as well for like preemie babies and stuff like that. But yeah, no, that's amazing. I like when people can do that. It's a great way to give back. Ooh. You're in the central US. I'm based in the UK. Oh no. I'll wait. Am I back yet? Let me know when I'm back. I will wait to answer your question when I come back from the ads. Back. Okay, cool. Yeah. No, I'm based in the UK. So I'm just outside of London, England. But I'm from Canada. And so yeah. So I'm born and raised in Canada, but I am, for the last 5 years and for the foreseeable future, I am in the UK. But yeah. What part of Canuckland? Specifically Northern Ontario. Did you really? Ontario, yeah, yeah, so that's where I'm from as well. But yeah, Northern Ontario, in a town called Sudbury, which is 5.5 hours north of Toronto. It's mostly a mining town. That Alex Trebek of Jeopardy fame, R.I.P., bless his soul, is from there. I think I might have fucked this up. No, I think it's fine. Oh, Bancroft. Okay, yeah. So, like, Greater Toronto area type stuff. Very cool. Sorry. Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense. To be fair, there's not a whole lot there, if I'm being perfectly honest. There's not a whole lot there. But yeah, Algonquin. My brother lives in sort of outside of the GTA. Bancroft is cottage country. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, that's cool. I wonder if it's probably similar to Parry Sound, because Parry Sound is quite cottage country-esque as well. But yeah, my brother lives sort of outside of the GTA as well. He lives sort of Guelph area, which is like, it's a lot of farmland actually. It's very farmer. Bancroft. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of mines around. That's similar to Sudbury. And then I think Sault Ste. Marie as well, like some of the other northern towns. They have quite a bit. But I don't know how much is left of the resources there. Oh, no way! Yeah. Yeah, that's where my brother went as well. He went there for engineering. It's really nice. I've only ever visited the campus a couple of times, but it looked really nice. Guelph is very much like a university town. It's very much like when school isn't in session, there's really not a whole lot going on from my perspective. Lived in Kingston for a while, Queens U. So y'all have seen snow then. Oh, geez, man. Depends on the situation. Because sometimes snow is great. Because it reflects off of the what little sun you have. And so I feel like you get really good vitamin D. But it's cold and wet. and not nicest. I don't know. I feel like I've seen enough snow to last a lifetime. Oops. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh yeah, snowmobiling. Yeah, I never did any of that kind of stuff. But we grew up like building snow forts and stuff. So that's the one thing that I'll talk about because my partner, he's British. And so I'm always like, I don't give a shit about the snow. But then he's like, well, what about, like, he's like, oh, whatever for the snow. And then I'm like, yeah, but if you never, you know, got to build snow forts, that sucks. They're getting less and less every year. Yeah, that's true. I always remember there was a time where I remember there being so much snow in my childhood backyard that we could walk over the fence that like fenced in our yard. But that was like, that almost feels like it wasn't real. Like it almost feels like that didn't actually happen. Okay. Here are our first pearls. I do think we sort of cocked up around the end here, but I think that's fine because this is the loop stitch that we ended up working with. So I'm just gonna don't say we did. I'm supposed to go to the US at some point in the year. Oh, to see a raccoon. That's so funny. That was like every time I went to Canada, especially Alberta, because that's where my family lives now. And she was like, oh, you need to take photos of a moose for me. I really want to see a moose. And I'm like, moose are actually such like secluded creatures. Like they're very difficult to come by. And so I thought that was really funny. So we never actually saw one. But then actually I have friends still in Northern Ontario who have like trail cams in their backyards. My sister lived in Atlanta for a while. Yeah. That's cool though. To see a raccoon. That'll be awesome. To be fair, honestly, when they're not, it's like with any animal. I feel like most animals, when they're in nature and they're not subjected to like deforestation and stuff, they're very majestic looking. Like for instance, I thought foxes were like majestic, glorious creatures. And then I moved here and they're basically the raccoons of London. Which is fine. Like I still think that in their own spaces, they're majestic, wonderful creatures. But they kind of just look like, I don't know. Like they just look like they've seen better days. Because they've been resorted to scrounging through garbage to survive. Ibises. I don't know if I've ever heard of that. I'm going to Google what that is. Oh, wow. Interesting. They're a cool looking bird, but yeah, we call them bin chickens. Yeah, exactly. I don't think I've seen a fox more than once in my life in a while. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, right? So I always felt like in Canada, it was like that would be the place. And I think I saw a fox one time when I was growing up. And I see them all the time. Again, I saw 3 today walking with Shadow. Now I feel ripped off. I went to London and didn't see a fox. I did grow up all over the place. Yeah, to be fair, I think central London, there's too much going on. We're sort of on the outskirts and there's like plenty of them. The most jarring thing was the first time I heard them like during their mating season and they squawk and howl like banshees. Like you think that something like somebody's getting murdered in the back alleyway and it's like, no, it's just the foxes screaming as they're like procreating. And you're like, cool, cool, cool. That's aggressive. Okay, we need to remember how to knit now. Knit now. Let's go back to our good friend. How to knit. cool though. I think, you know, depending on the situation, obviously, but sometimes, you know, getting to grow up in different places and experience different cultures and spaces and stuff like that is really, it's really nice.
Hey, I'm Davina from
Hello, Davina. Tell me,
All right, this is what it's all about.
share your ways.
Into it. So by now you should have cast-on stitches.
Yes.
When I'm knitting, I recommend my left hand, and with my right hand, I'm going to hold the bare needle. Okay? And this is the configuration that you will always have when you're knitting. Okay? I'm going
Okay.
to take my left
This is
needle
one. Oh, interesting. Okay.
this first stitch. Okay? This first loop here.
Right.
It's called a stitch. Right?
So this is basically the opposite of the purl stitch. Or I guess the purl stitch is the opposite of the knit stitch.
All the stitches. And this
Okay.
is my first stitch. So I'm going to take my right needle and I'm going to press into
Mm-hmm.
this first stitch. Right? Kind of counterclockwise. Back to the front.
Back to front.
Push it between these two needles. And now you can see that this strand of
Mm-hmm.
yarn, you can kind of see
Zip back to back, face to face. Shake your partner's hand and change your place.
So I'm going to take my right needle and just kind of pick out this loop and drop it off the needle.
Did you guys ever do that? When you would play like jump rope in playgrounds? And one of the games you would do with two people, and you would jump and you would go back to back, face to face, shake your partner's hand and change your place. And then you keep going until someone fucks up. No? But yeah, this is the loop from the slip knot. And I assume we also incorporate the slip knot into the stitching. Am I wrong in assuming that? Maybe this is actually supposed to stay here. There. That seems accurate, maybe? We never did that. No, we didn't have a lot of jump roping. Oh, okay. I don't know, man. Jump roping was the thing where I grew up. You pull your feet around gently down and you have tight tension on it. Okay. Should I not have re-scooped it onto here? It's kind of like this. I do feel like I might have fucked that up. Because I don't really know. So this is, okay, for instance, this is where we end, right? And so if I'm, so I go in and purl it like I would normally, right? But then that just seems really wonky. No, that was okay. Because it's like the loop is here. So my instinct wants me to take the loop and put it back on this. You know what I mean? Like to stick this back here. So do we leave it off and make it a stitch, or do we put it back on? Because this looks really good. This, I'm not sure. Leave it down. Okay, right. So leave it off like this. Right there. Okay, cool. I will leave it. I will not fuck with it further. Excellent, thank you. Now start the knit stitch. Okay. Cool. So this one moves like this, and then let me remember. I assume we're going. Okay.
Front, and I'm going to push it between these two needles. And now you can see that this strand of yarn, you can kind of see it, right? Between this loop. It's right here. So I'm going to take my right needle and just kind of pick out this loop and drop it off the needle. All right? And then I'm going to just tighten it up, pull this strand of yarn, tighten it up.
Okay.
This is my first knit stitch. Pretty cool.
Possibly.
Okay, so let's keep on going.
Okay.
Just push into it like that. Take my
Then
working yarn,
go
wrap it
around.
the right needle from the back to
We're
the
learning.
front. And then I'm gonna pull the strand of yarn between those two needles.
Yes.
And now I can see that strand of yarn here. I'm gonna pick it out with my right needle.
Ta-da!
Pull it off the left needle. And that is my second stitch that I've knit. Okay? And we're gonna keep on doing that. All right? Push into.
Okay. It doesn't look like anything yet, but I'm hopeful. So let's keep going. So we go like that, and then we go like this, and then we go down and out and up and pull. Yes, sorta, kinda. That, like this, like that, and up. And up. I don't entirely know where these stitches are supposed to live. Like, this is now looking kind of wonky, whereas this looked really neat, but I say we'll just keep going and see what happens. Sound good? Sound good, friends? Okay. So, this way, this way, this way, and up, and pull. Yeah, I don't trust that loop, but that's at the end, so it doesn't really matter, right? That's what I'm gonna tell myself. When you bring your feet or yarn over your naked needle, pull it a smidge tighter, not tight. Okay. So there's a bit less slack. Okay. So go up. Pull a bit more taut. Off. Okay. Possibly. Sorta, kinda, maybe. Good thing yarn is stretchy, because, like, we're really pulling on these. I guess, too, like, as you obviously get better at it, the tension, like, getting even tension and stuff will probably start to happen more naturally, right? So, we'll get there. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay. So, when we do set this down, if we forget, which we might, to write down if we last purled or knitted, is there a way to tell the difference when you pick it up again to know where you are? Or are you just, like, kind of fucked and you just need to make sure you write it down? That's what I would like to know. You can tell the difference. Okay. The pearls have like a bead. Oh, right. So one of them is like a little loop and the other one are like, oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. So one of them is like up and down and one are like, oh, interesting, interesting. Okay, cool. That's helpful. Yeah, and it's our arrows. Yeah, like V's. Okay. So we are currently creating V's. Gotcha, gotcha. I'm gonna, honestly, right, Aurora? I'm like, people, between the two of you, we are just dropping all the knowledge bombs right now. I do worry that the back is looking a little bit. But it's fine. I have to keep reminding myself, guys, that this is a Snood for Shadow, which he's probably gonna help. Because I've been... Hey, man. It is what it is. Any little bit helps. I appreciate it all. Any and all assistance is warranted and valued. I see why people just like resort to making dishcloths. Yeah. Yeah, what stitch patterns do you know so far? Oh, lurking, yeah. Yeah, because you've only been working for less than a month, and it sounds like you know lots of things. So please share with the class all you have learned so far. Scarves and fingerless gloves. Hey man, that's cool. Sorry, I keep saying hey man. I don't know why. I never say that. Yeah, this looks kind of messy at the front. So, but it's fine. I do think maybe I'm not, I don't know. It's okay. Primarily all we're doing is garter, all knit for the scarves, and stockinette. One row knit, the next row purl. Okay, so I guess that's what this is, but the reverse. Because this is alternating purl and knit. Interesting. Like, I didn't know these things had different names. For a scarf, I didn't... Okay. That's awesome. My brother-in-law knits. So I might have to ask him to roast my knitting afterwards. I'll be like, share your thoughts. And he'll be like, le trash. Ooh, the moss stitch. I've never, again, well, I've not heard of any of this, so. But see, I'm a big fan of anything foresty related. So like, if you're saying me that there's a type of knit called a moss stitch, I am 1000% about that life. You telling me that there's something that, yeah. That sends my little forest core heart aflutter. Something using that right now. We have a cold spell. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if we love it, but we don't hate it, so... It is something, so it's fine. If you want to see the moss stitch. Heck yeah, I want to see the moss stitch. Okay, so we've just knitted. So next it's time to purl, right? Let us see the moss stitch. Taught myself how to broken rib by accident the other day, so I'm currently making a scarf. Interesting.
Showing up on the first page of Google?
Shush, Wix. Don't need you. Let me see the moss. Uno moss. Rib stitch. Yep, yep. Okay. Seed stitch. Ooh, seed is cute. Moss stitch. Ooh, yeah, it's very pretty. It is very pretty. Ooh. Double woven rib. See, this just, you know, I love it. They're like beginner stitches. I'm like, I don't know. You can seed stitch. Mostly know the basics like garter, stockinette, and rib. I've played with rib stitch, single and double. But they take longer for me to knit. Right. That makes sense. Double pointed needles for the gloves. Interesting. Okay. I feel like there's like really cool knit talk happening right now that I don't understand. But it's great. How's the knitting going? Look, Pete! Sorta, kinda, maybe. It's not bad. I think it is decently acceptable. We are gonna take a mini snack break though. So I can keep my wits about me as we continue. That's awesome. Yeah, I think Noonday uses Ravelry quite a bit. So that's helpful. Okay. Now we must remember how to purl. This way. And then ta-da! You'll just make tube socks and stuff. I feel like socks are complicated though, because you have to then do like the heel of the sock and things, right? Making Town and Ravelry, they have a search feature. If you select free, it'll show you all the free patterns available. Yeah. You can select difficulty though. That's cool. Apparently easy when you have the skill, but it's small needles with small yarn. Yeah. Stuff is happening. We are doing things. That's the thing, because apparently this is meant to be easy as well. But, you know, this is where we're at. Okay. Though it does appear that we are getting somewhere. Whether or not that somewhere is anything particularly spectacular, it's fine. So eventually we'll have to figure out how large we need the circumference knitting ASMR with sound. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, you can't get me to ASMR. Are you kidding me? I'm too loud for that shit. Do you imagine? Guys, today we're gonna be attempting to knit. So far, it's not going the greatest. And then I'd forget that I'm ASMRing, and then you guys would have your headphones in and are being lulled to sleep, and then I'd be like, damn it! And then you'd all wake up, and I would feel bad. But actually, I know our friend Angelic Dreamer, I think she crochets. I think she does a lot of knitting arts. But she puts virtual ASMR in her tags. So I guess the actual act of watching this is ASMR-esque from a visual standpoint. So I feel like you're not wrong, Pete, when you have to rip a long piece apart. Yeah. So I feel like something wonky happened here. We're just gonna keep going. Yeah, I don't know what happened here. Which reminds me, lifeline time. Okay. But yeah, something wonky happened around here, but that's fine. I'm convinced Shadow's just gonna chew on this when we give it to him anyway. So. We will see. But yeah, when we pulled this apart earlier to start over, it was quite satisfying watching it all unravel. It was, definitely. Wonky knitting. Honestly, everything I do is slightly wonky, you know? It's like when we were making our miniatures and the walls and stuff were slightly wonky. And I'm like, that's just what British houses are wonky. So it's fine. Okay. I feel like I am getting the hang of it. I don't know if that's, you know, generating good results, but the actual act of doing the thing is coming more easily to me. Watch me come back on Friday and I'm like, I forgot everything. Say my unit complex is made of tissue paper and white paint. Yeah, honestly. It's like everything is odd. It's like the best thing is when we put up like pictures or shelves and then you look at it. To be fair, I eyeball things like the best of them. Exactly. There we go. It has character. It is a project full of character. Is that when you hang something up on the wall and you start looking at it and are you like, oh crap, did I hang it up crooked? And it's like, no, the wall is just crooked. Like it literally is not British houses, man. Artistic flair, exactly. Exactly. That's what we are saying this. All positives. We are going into 2023 with positive hype expectations. We're trying new things and making the most of it. The last 2 craft kits we have are an embroidery kit because I cross-stitch by trade, but I've never actually embroidered before. And then we also have a latch, like a rug hooking kit, which I have never done before. So all new things, all new things. Who knows? I assumed that this would be the hardest of the 3 of them to do. But maybe the latch hooking one is just as complicated. I'm not sure. But one task at a time, eh? But I do think that craft kit January is going to be bleeding over into February. I just have a feeling that unless we're gonna like stop what we're doing, which we're not, I do think that that's gonna happen, which is fine. We're basically just gonna work on all the craft kits until we're done. And then what'll happen probably is my birthday will come along and I will procure more craft kits and then we just keep craft kitting. You know, as I stare at all my neglected cross-stitch projects on the wall. But we'll get to them, guys. We will. What else? Yeah, and also, what we'll be doing, like I said, we probably will be carrying over the craft kits into February, but not before we take a break for February 16th. That looks weird. Where we're going to be doing our 1-year Twitch affiliate anniversary, which I'm very excited about. Yeah, this end is wonky, but that's fine. And then we will resume the craft kits. There we go. We have purled yet again. Let us now take another snack break. And we have to remember, guys, remind me to remind you to remind me that when we stop streaming for the day, I need to remember what kind of stitch I'm doing tomorrow that I'm starting with. Yeah, no problem. Can't find my prefer my boys. Oh no, that's frustrating. Finish the tea. I also picked up a giant bottle of aloe vera water today on my way back from the chiropractor. So since we're finishing the tea, we're switching goals. It's with the bits as well. I don't know what it is. I don't remember how or why. Well, probably because what happens is I always love interesting, fun drinks and cool packaging. I'll try anything once as long as it's gluten-free in terms of food. And I don't know what it is about food with bits in it, because I like bubble tea. I like aloe vera with the aloe bits. Okay, it looks easy, but I've just recently thought about something that I want. Oh yeah, what would you like to learn, Pete? Oh yeah, aloe vera water. It's just like water with like the aloe vera plant cut into chunks and put in here. There's different brands, but this one is called Simply. Yeah. I guess it's kind of like coconut water, when you can get coconut water that then has like the coconut chunks in it. Yeah. Though it has a lot of sugars in it that I'm reading now. Has natural cane sugar, natural flavoring, and natural stevia, which is again another kind of sugar. Usually when I find them, I'll find them in like an international section. Can't remember why this one. This one was just like in the refrigeration section of the co-op. So yeah, I don't know. There you go. Maybe next time you're out grocery shopping, you can keep an eye out and see if you come across it. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, no, tea for sure. And then definitely need my morning cup of coffee. I used to not be a coffee drinker, and now it's standard for my life. Okay, now we're knitting. Right? We just purled. Now we're going to knit. Okay. Now, do you do hot tea or do you do iced tea? Because a lot of the people here that we've chatted with end up being tea drinkers, but of the iced variety, of the American sweet tea variety. Whereas I'm all about that hot tea. Made a double Hewitt. Oh, very good. Hot tea. Mm-hmm. Oh, I love it. I love when I find fellow tea drinkers. We do have some coffee stands. And, you know, we won't judge. But tea. Like black tea, milk, and sugar. Oh, okay, very nice. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I think my favorite tea... In the, like, spring, summertime, my favorite tea is Earl Grey. But then in like the fall, winter time, I want something a little bit warming and spicy, and that's when I'm all into chai tea. Yeah, Orange Pico is fine. PG Tips, Earl Grey. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Orange Pico is like your basic black tea, you know? Love chai. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Fellow chai members. It's interesting because I've talked about this many, many times. So if you're here before, you've already heard my spiel about how Orange Pico isn't really a thing in the UK. So it's like in Canada and the US, when you ask for tea, you'll get like a red rose or an Orange Pico or something like that. Whereas in England, the standard is English breakfast, but that's considered a specialty tea. Okay, you get Tetley's as your basic. Mm-hmm. That's fair. Yeah, red rose. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that's not like a thing over here. Red rose doesn't exist. PG Tips and Earl Grey now. Yeah, PG Tips is pretty common here, for sure. We don't go to shops, though, because no one masks around here. Yeah. My partner loves Irish breakfast. Ooh, yeah, that's a lot stronger than an English breakfast, I think. It's, like, more malty in terms of its flavor. It's very good. I think that's Canada. Yeah, that must just be a Canadian-specific thing, then. Interesting. Don't really buy tea if you go to a cafe. Yeah, it's true. Like, a lot of cafes will do tea, but it will be, like, not the best. Sorry, I just realized you guys can't really see what I'm doing. I need to twist the other way. There we go. It's so annoying. There used to be a tea shop called T2 in the mall here, but it closed down a few years ago. They still have them in like proper, like up London, but you could actually not only buy tea, but also like buy loose leaf tea or bag tea, but also buy like hot tea to go to walk around in and stuff. And I used to always say that to my partner, Liam. Yeah, exactly. We don't have T2 everywhere here. They got rid of it near us, which is so rude. Because I loved it, and I said to, like, my partner, Liam, that I would have always wanted to work in a tea shop. That's one of my other things I would have always loved, is to work in a tea store. But there is not one near us anymore. Which is rude. You still see her there? Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense that they're just doing the sell stuff. Yeah, we're still not masking. Yeah. No, absolutely. No, I do think like, initial pandemic stuff, that's originally why I stopped working. Because I'm not, because I got so freaked out because I was working retail during 2020, and I was like, I can't, even though I know we're following precautions and people are wearing masks and stuff like that. Again, now they're not, especially in England. People, like, everyone's sort of walking around pretending that it doesn't exist. I'm all for people when it's, like, especially too if you're sick, like, honestly, because I've noticed a lot of people are getting it now again. To be fair, we probably should be masking more. But yeah, because people just, it's almost like, yeah, the sort of rhetoric now is like, we're just pretending it's not a thing. And it's like, it's still very real. There was a woman who came into my partner's work, and she was coughing and spluttering, and luckily he wasn't in the office that day. But it turns out she had COVID, and it's like, why the hell are you doing that? Bought some N15s for going out again. Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, no, that is a fair point, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. Because the thing, too, is they stopped publishing the data in the UK. So it makes it difficult to know what's going on. But I can't think it's any better than what it was before. Yeah, that's the other bullshit thing as well, is because people aren't, like, getting vaccinated, or there's things that people are feeling about stuff. Did she have to? Yeah. Jeez. Because that's the other thing too, right? Because your mom is, you know, immunocompromised in, like, the critical sense, it must be, like, really scary, you know? Has to wait a year for that. Yeah. Yeah, I know. They still have, like, you know, the sanitation stations set up at the grocery stores and things, and I still make sure I do that. Like, when people touch trolleys and stuff like that, and I do find that I'm one of the few people that's even still using them. And I'm like, guys, people are gross. We should be doing this more. Okay. Okay, we knitted. We're back to purling, right? If my memory serves me well. On the habit of carrying hands. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I find that even with a mild case of initial COVID within 6 to... Mild case of initial COVID within... Yeah. Jesus. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or like pick up, we'll be able to go inside a lot of places. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. It's not good. And like I said, it just seems like everyone's playing the oblivious game. Really? 3 times? That seems like negligent. Secret carrier. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the biggest thing that always scares me is it's like I know that, you know, for the most part, like my immune system is decent. And it's like, but it's the passing it on to other people that's gonna be the real... She believes essential oils are gonna save her. Love that for her. Love that for her. I remember when everything first started kicking off, and I actually had to unfollow some like people that I went to school with because they were again touting the essential oils and touting the this and that. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But that's again the thing too, right? Is you can't force people to do something if they don't care. And that's the shitty part. Unless the government steps in and decides to put things back into law again, people are not gonna do it. You know? Which is a real shame. Because we seem to live in a very individualist society and people are so concerned about themselves being inconvenienced. So then what ends up happening is that they will care about their inconveniencing more than other people. So you get it once, yeah, exactly. No. Or, you know, yeah. Or, you know, you could be like my uncle who had a pre-existing heart condition and didn't believe in getting vaccinated, and he died. Like, you know? So, sunscreen was poisonous. She quit to sell crystals. Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, too, that I don't even know if my uncle... passing away had any impact on some of my other relatives' ability to encourage them to get vaccinated after that happened. So you can't, yeah. I think I messed something up here. It's fine. Oh, yeah, it's all right. It's just circumstantially shitty. Yeah, I had COVID back in 2020. Yeah, my dad had the same thing, Kat. Definitely. I think he's still not really regained his full sense of smell. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, absolutely. No, all of that is true. All of that is true. Yeah. I definitely feel like I cocked something up around here, but we're just gonna keep going. Yeah, it's all scary. Sometimes onions smell the worst in the world for me. I have to remember that. What used to smell like, really? That's interesting. Yeah, honestly, you have to do what you have to do to keep yourself safe. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. To be fair, that's not always, depending on the strain you get. Yeah, depending on the strain you get, that may or may not be one of the impacts. Yeah. But again, for voting and stuff, you then do your things like mask up and sanitize and do the things that you can to protect you, right? So it's all about, you're always constantly risk evaluating and risk assessing based on your own comfort levels and the levels of comfort of people in your circle that are important to you and stuff like that, right? It's a constant risk assessment that you have to be doing all the time. The strain's mutating. Yeah, exactly. Okay. We are purling, right? That is something we are still doing. I think so. Ooh. Yeah, we're not close to the strains we know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this is why we trust the science. Okay. Yes. Still remembering what to do. Yeah, I didn't even know XXB. I knew that there was a new variant, but again, like literal radio silence. Unless you're actively going out and seeking the information, it's not being provided to us anymore. Mm-hmm. XBB Kraken. That's nice. That's nice. Just, yeah. Keep it nice and light. That's the nickname. To be fair, I'm like, the UK government is in such shambles right now that it's like they don't even know who's in charge, let alone to be doing like debriefs and actually providing the public with appropriate information for things. What time is it? Here on Twitter. Okay. Yeah. Are those American-based epidemiologists / doctors? According to the administration. Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's the same case here. I think the thing too, right, is that there's so much other, like, socio-political, economic inequality going on in the world right now on top of COVID. Not sure where Turn is, but Dr. Ding is US. That it's like people are almost overwhelmed by all of the crises and things that they have to worry about at any one time. Like, it can be absolutely overwhelming because you're constantly bombarded with all of these different negative news cycles and stuff, that it can be a lot. Yeah, it looks like we skipped a stitch here. Interesting. That's fine. Okay. So that was us knitting. So we're going to purl one more time. One more time. And then we're going to raid out. So let's get down to business. And then if anyone has any... Oh no, we purled and now we're knitting, right? Yes. So now we're gonna knit. And then if anyone has any raid suggestions, please let me know, or we will go and see our friends. We are knitting. Let's remember that. So that means that tomorrow, when we are back here, we will be purling. If I remember. So I will write that down. Oh, David Fistman is Ontario. And I have an Aussie. Cool. In terms of raid options or in terms of public health information? COVID info. Okay, cool, cool. We need a Brit. The Brits. I wonder if they're all being chronically underfunded. And that's why there is no British correspondent. I'll find one though. I think you're right. It's important for us to keep on top of this. SARS News Network. Okay, cool, cool. Knitting away. Okay. Excellent. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's usually what the trend is. I'm surprised that Shadow has not come to say hello. He's probably snoozing downstairs. Like I said, we did go on a big W today. Can't find the Aussie right now. Oh well. Oh, interesting. That's probably because I know there was a big thing when the first mutation or one of the big mutations got detected, though, is that just because a place is the first one to report it doesn't mean that that mutation isn't in other places already. Because I remember when that happened, I guess they're obviously, because they don't care, they're not doing it anymore. But I forget where it was. Wasn't it like out of South Africa? And then they put a bunch of travel bans on it. And it's like, no, technically it was discovered in like Sweden, but they didn't announce the information first. And because South Africa snitched on themselves about a new variant to try to keep the public informed, they then got travel banned, which was frustrating on their part. So it'd be interesting to know. Well, and you know, that's like on top of like police brutality and all the other sorts of, and you know, environmental disasters and all the other sorts of things that have been going on. Yeah. Okay. Almost done with the knit. go and see our friends. Unless anyone has any new friend suggestions. Humagoric. Okay. Interesting. I appreciate the follow. Thank you very much. Cool. Let's finish. We almost got, hang on. There we go. The yarn was getting a bit frayed. Yeah, definitely. I appreciate that. It was lovely having you here, and thank you so much for all of the tips and tricks. Honestly, between you and Saltiest Walrus, we learned lots today. So, that's gonna smell like bread. Ooh, that's amazing. I know my mom got a perfume that she said smelled like bread, and she loved it so much. She called it her gluten spray, because obviously we both have celiac disease and can't actually consume bread. What's the name of the perfume? I wonder if it's the same one. Probably not, though, because the one she tells me, and I'm like, I don't actually think. Okay, so let me just write down real quick before I forget. Tomorrow, we are purling. Friday, start with purl. Exclamation point, exclamation point. There we go. It has been written down. Autumn Shadows. Ooh, that sounds, first of all, that sounds amazing. Yeah, watch some of the Steven Search playlist. Absolutely. Autumn Shadows, spiced peach butter spread on sweet brown bread and a vase of chrysanthemums. Excuse me. What an elegant sounding perfume. That sounds glorious. What's the brand? That sounds like decadent. That's like painting a scene. It's by an indie brand. Yeah, honestly, some of the indie brands that I've come across on like Instagram and stuff have the most like decadent and like mood sounding things. Posy. Ooh, I've never heard of them. Let me write that down. I'm gonna write that down. Posy. Well, I'm very excited for it to arrive. By the way, have your sloth earrings arrived yet? Why is this? Okay, Saul's on, Maggie's on, Makerbug is on, Cat. Geez, so many friends. Well, I think we have to go see Makerbug. Library Ghost is what I'm looking forward to. Super helpful. That's awesome. On another note completely. Library Ghost is what I'm looking forward to. No, it says UK shipping is going to be slow right now. Aw, that's so frustrating. Well, I think you're like, ooh, you make butter tarts. Yeah. Oh, I would love to make butter tarts as well. Library Ghost Studios. Studious marshmallows surrounded by books, ink, and polished wood. That sounds like that sounds like my cup of tea. For real, for real. That sounds incredible, and I'm gonna look them up because I think that's great. But yeah, apparently, again, because of the UK Royal Mail cyber attacks, all of the UK related stuff is still not happening, which is annoying. Toyota's, yes, please do. I want you to walk me through. I would like to be taken on a sensory experience via you, Kat. Please, please do. All right. So again, we will be back here tomorrow where we will purl and continue and see if we can get this done in another 2 hours. Well, 3 hours. This is the result of 3 hours. Once again, the kit I am calling bull shrimp on with its time frame. But we're learning. It's fine. It's all good. think Makerbug is making some coloring sheets and doodling and just being her lovely best self. So let's go show her all of our love. And I will see you guys tomorrow.